roll up your sleeves. Focus, fuel, focus, fuel, focus. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Charity Kirigo Kagwene. Always a great joy to come to us on this platform to share my thoughts, the things that I have learned as I pilgrim this journey of life. This is an evaluation video. In the month of February, I did a video on motivation, and we looked at, the New Year's resolutions. We looked at the goals for the year. We looked at, the vision for the year, and we learned that, motivation is the fuel that will keep, you going throughout the year, so that you can accomplish your goals, your vision, so that you can achieve those, resolutions. And if you have not had a chance to, look at that video and understand what I'm talking about, I will share a link in this particular video. Just click on it and you will be able to get yourself updated. Now, I've said that this is an evaluation video because it becomes very difficult if you are on a particular course and you're not evaluating. You will not know if you are, making any gains. You will not know if you are moving in the right direction. So evaluation is, part of the journey of growth. And so in this particular video, I ask 4 very important questions, very critical questions as far as your goals, your resolutions, your vision is concerned. Question number 1, how are you doing as far as your resolutions for the year 2026 are concerned? Question number 2, which of your goals have you achieved so far? Question number 3, do you have your sight, still on your vision, or have you shifted from where you started in 2026 in January to, now that we are in the month of June? And question number 4, how is your motivation gauge? Have you been refueling? Have you ran out of, motivation fuel? Are you fueling? So these are very, important questions as far as evaluation is concerned, as far as growth is concerned. And to help us with this evaluation, I want us to do a very simple exercise. So what you do is, 1, pull out the notebook. If you don't have that notebook with you, the notebook where you wrote your New Year's resolution, your goals, where you wrote your vision for the year 2026, pull it out. It should not be very far from you, but just in case it's not where you are, pull it out. And then, number 2, sit down in a quiet place. Put off your phone. 0 distractions. And number 3, read through each item on your list. If you had 5 goals, read through slowly, very carefully, very intentionally. And, processing and thinking about, those goals. And number 3, rate on a scale of 0 to 3 where you are at on each item. So if you have 5 items, rate item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. If you had 1 item, rate 1 item. So depending on how many items you had, each one of them rate. 0 if you have not started, like you have done nothing, maybe even you forgot about it, put a 0. If you have started, just started, at least you've made the first step, put 1. If you are on course, you're making some progress, a quarter way in, halfway in, 3/4 way in, put number 2. If you have accomplished that goal, if you have achieved, that resolution, if that vision is there, you have, actualize that vision, then put number 3. So you have a rating on each item. Now, if you have a 3 on any of the items, go out and reward yourself. Why is reward very important as far as growth is concerned? It becomes the motivation, part of the motivation that gives you, energy, and it gives you hope that you can actually do it again. It becomes that one thing you look at and say, if I did that, then I can also do it again. So go out and reward yourself for the number 3s that you have accomplished. Buy yourself something. It doesn't have to be pricey, it doesn't have to be extravagant, but something that reminds you, of that victory. Something that reminds you that you've actually done well. It gives you strength to actually do it again. But it also gives you time to just rest, take a break, and refuel. Now, if you have a 1 and a 2 on any of the items, roll up your sleeves. It's not time to sleep back. It's not time to, begin celebrating. Roll up your sleeves. Focus, fuel, focus, fuel, focus. I listened to a lady recently giving her story of how she, got to where she is. And she was saying sometimes, life brings you so many things as you push through towards your vision. And she said, it's okay. And I agree with her. It is okay to pull out of the highway, take a break, rest, refocus, and then get back onto the highway and keep going. And that's exactly what happens when, a vehicle goes to fuel. The vehicle is on the highway and it's running out of fuel. So what does the owner do? They pull out of the highway, get into a petrol station, stop. I mean, we don't fuel while you're on the move. You stop and then refuel, refresh, even wipe the windscreen, do some basic, refreshment, and then drive back onto the highway. So if you are on 1 and 2, just keep focusing, keep fueling, keep focusing, keep fueling. You will get there. And if you have a 0 on any of the items, just start. Just start. There is a saying in Luo language, I hope I say it right, chaka chaka, like just start. So if you have a 0, just get started. You will never know that you can do it if you do not start. Now, there's another category of people. If you did not write down your resolutions, your goals, your vision, you are just like the wind that blows this way and that way, and finally it vanishes into nothingness. But do not worry. Don't wait until you vanish. Just get started with that goal. And the first place is write down. If it doesn't exist in black and white, my view is it doesn't exist. If it is not in black and white, it does not exist. So go ahead and write and then get started. Now you know. And we're going to do the next evaluation in the month of September. And while you take that journey from now until September, get a hold of this book, Live Abundantly, a workbook to a richer, fuller life. In this book, I walk you through that journey that will help you from where you are to where you ought to be at. There are exercises after every chapter in this book. And they are very simple exercises. They are practical. They are authentic. And if you do the exercises right, the way I have prescribed here, and I'm not saying it is, 100%, but if you do the exercises I have prescribed here in this book, chapter by chapter, I am certain, come the end of the year 2026, you will have something great to celebrate about. See you in September.